Hi guys, this is Joel. September 27th, 2024. I'm in Minnesota, Zone 5A. I'm just going to take you around my garden real quick and show you a little bit about what's going on. All right, we're just starting in the back, right behind my shed. I've got a big shade garden back here. There's a little bit of sun in the one eastern side, but this is under the pines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pine trees, and got a lot of new plants here that I've just planted this summer. I've got a salvia here that I've just planted. A lot of these plants I get on sale. Here's a Maynite salvia. Got a nice bumblebee that wants to get a little snack. Working hard, getting his snack. Still got some of the fall sunflowers still blooming. A lot of the stuff is starting to fade. I got this curly grass a few days ago on sale. Empress Wu Hosta, some ostrich ferns. I've got a little lamium that's blooming still here. Kind of pretty. Sending up some little purple flowers. It tends to do it off and on all summer, from spring to fall. We'll walk along the pines here. Coleus is still doing well. Nice color. Couple of hostas here. This is Rainforest Sunshine. I removed my reverse patriot. It's kind of shriveling up. It's really dry in this bed, so I've been trying to hand water it. Fontana Aromarginita. How do you pronounce that one? All right, we've got some avocado, and in front of that is the Lakeside Paisley print. Couple other ones, Patriots. I put some Astilbe in here recently, over the last few weeks. Again, I got those on sale. I think that one's from Gertens. Visions Astilbe, it's called. I think that one gets little pink flowers. Got a sweet tea coral bell, or heuchera. All right. My chair fell apart in the storm we had earlier this summer, a few weeks ago, and I haven't put it back together yet. All right, as some of you know, that this is the start of our family garden here. On the left, that is blooming right now, we have Henry. That's actually a clematis called Henryi, in honor of Lou's brother that passed away a year ago. And then we have a Samaritan Joe. This is for her sister Joanne. That one's putting on some really good growth. And Lou's sister Joanne also gave me this from her yard earlier this spring. It was like most of the way dead, but it has picked up and survived. It actually bloomed a couple blooms earlier this year, little pink. And so that was very nice. Step over a couple feet over here. We've got the peach lemonade rose. I don't know if you can see, my shadow's in the way, but kind of a pinky yellow color. It's very lovely. Again, that one was planted earlier this year. It has put on quite a bit of growth. I've got a spiderwort down here that's actually blooming, and that seems kind of odd for that one. This was one also that my sister-in-law Joanne gave me earlier this year, and I transplanted from her yard. We got a powwow white echinacea, or coneflower. A couple more coneflowers. A couple I bought on sale somewhere, and a couple of them I think Joanne my sister-in-law gave me. A Rebecca from her yard. Nope, that's not from her yard. This is from somebody, Jennifer at work. She gave me that one. Got a couple more coneflowers. They say they're perennials, but it seems like these kind usually are just annuals, so I'm not sure if they will survive, but we'll see. All right, let's look at the zinnias. They're still working. I have deadheaded quite a few. I've collected some seeds, so we'll see what happens with those. If I'll be able to reseed and get some more next spring or not. But, you know, they're a little spent, but they're still pretty. Some of them that are a little bit newer are prettier, of course. That one's kind of getting down there, but it was a nice orange while it lasted. And as most of you know, I won the Green Garden Award for the City of Cottage Grove earlier this year. So my little plaque is proudly sitting in right in front of the zinnias there. I do have my Italian Ice Oh So Easy Rose. That's really pretty. It's kind of another one, almost kind of like the peach lemonade. It's a pink with kind of a yellowish center. Coming along to the side of the zinnias, I've got a bunch of cosmos. I didn't think I liked those as much earlier this year, but they have been growing and putting out a nice show for the last several weeks. So I have actually collected some seeds off of that too, and we'll see if I'm able to get that to work out for next year. All right. Coming along towards the front of the shed here. This is the Night Before Christmas hosta. Not sure which, I think that one's might be Fire and Ice hosta. It's getting to the end of its life there. It looks like it was eaten by some bugs or something. Autumn Joy Sedum in a big swath here. I really like that. Doesn't do much until about this time of the year, and then it's got a nice pinky red show here. All right. I did get some Nyphophia a couple weeks ago on sale. I think this was at Home Depot. I really like those orange spikes. So I popped those in here. Never had them before. They say they're good to zone 5, so we will see. All right. Again, right next to the shed here, I've got another little bunch of Autumn Joy Sedums. All right, and then we come to the other side of the door for the shed. We've got the Rebecca Clematis. You step in there. She is blooming. One nice bloom here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but nice red bloom there. We'll come back down. Put in a couple of Boom Chocolata geraniums a few weeks ago. Again, those are clearance at Lowe's, I believe. Got some aster from my sister-in-law earlier this year, and they're putting on a nice show. Got a couple pollinators that really are enjoying themselves too. All right, over to the birdcage garden. Again, you guys know what that means. It's the garden with the birdcage. That, not geranium, Impatient is doing really well. It's got a couple of little flowers here that are pretty much done. I did just take this grass, I think it's a Carex grass, out of a pot. Was that yesterday or the day before? It says it's a perennial, so we will see if it is able to come back or not. Balloon flowers were blooming last week, but they've pretty much done. I do have a nice yellow yarrow I picked up at the clearance at a plant center, one of those pop-ups, probably 6 weeks ago or so now. Most of the anemone is gone. I chopped that down this morning. It was all spent. My begonia tree is pretty much had it. I cut back some of the long trailing vine this morning, and I'll be having to pull that stuff out of there pretty soon. All right, got my bird bath. I believe this is a maidenhair fern. Picked that up a couple weeks ago on sale. Impatiens, my pulmonaria. Pulmonaria blooms in the spring. Little blue and pink flowers. Unknown hosta. I've got some more of the false sunflowers here. I'll just go along the side. Okay, that's what the anemones look like that I chopped up back there. I've got to chop this bunch up probably tomorrow. Get those dead spent blooms off of there. All right, a few more hostas. Ostrich ferns are getting ready to be done. Original Empress Wu. We swing to the deck garden, which is the one that surrounds the deck. There's a peony there in the corner. I moved my rocket ligularia, so that'll get a long yellow plume on it in the spring. Got a couple different hostas. That's coast to coast. Halcyon down here. I just transplanted that one from another spot, so it's kind of struggling at this moment, but that should pick up and do well. All right. Earth Angel, T-Rex. These I did plant a couple hostas here too. A couple of them I have no idea the names. A couple of them look like they may have died off. I'm hoping that they'll just come back in the spring. And then remember I told you about the pink and white diamond hydrangea? Well, this one happens to be white. And if we go over a little ways, which was wit. All right. Coming along down the other side of the deck, I just moved this grass also. Actually, I think I bought that one on sale at, I think it might have been Menards. I think that's another Carex grass. And that should get bigger. It was just a little 4-inch pot or something that I moved that out of, so. A couple more hostas. I don't remember the names of them. Or they didn't come with a name. All right, this one is a 9-bark. I believe it's something wine, and for the life of me, I can't remember the right name. If I would, I could probably look it up. I think I have the tag for it somewhere in the garage, and I could look it up and figure it out, but I do like the dark foliage on that one. My big pot, mosaic pot, is doing well. The grass and the Gomphrena. I had to think about it. That's doing well. My former fairy garden is still doing okay. There's a few of them that are kind of spent and dying off, but we will see how long that can hang on. Fairy gardens are doing okay. You know, it's getting to fall, so everything's getting a little tired and worn. And I'll probably have to pull out the impatiens here in a couple weeks. They're doing okay, but they're looking a little dreary. Got a new Astilbe here. It was like $4 or $3, something like that at Gerton's. It's gonna struggle for a while, but we'll see what happens. Same with the Nepeta or Catmint. Don't remember what this one is. I'd have to dig up that tag, but those were both on sale. We gotta look. Let's just take a look at the backyard here. We already walked back there, back behind the shed. And then that's my bird cage garden. And then just on the side yard there, we walked that. All right, we walked around the deck. And now we're back over by the fairy gardens. This fairy garden's about the same. Impatiens are still hanging on. It's got a couple hostas. Most of the stuff is moved from other areas, but a couple new things. I've got a crested surf fern. I picked that up a couple of weeks ago at Home Depot. Half price, I think it was $6 or something like that. Not too bad. Got 3 of the back in black sedum. I really like the dark foliage. And I believe that gets little red flowers on. Those are kind of spent. I probably could cut those back a little bit, and it'll probably promote a little bit more of the root growth for the winter. This is a Walker's Low Catmint or Nepeta. I've got another Boom Chocolata geranium there. Planted those both a couple weeks ago. Down here I've got a little bit of dianthus that are still blooming next to the pink impatiens. All right, let's go up by the side of the garage here. All right, the plants at the side of the garage are doing okay. This is our little lime hydrangea. Quite droopy. Remember, we had the storm. These, I don't think these branches are very good for holding up those big blooms, so, but they're pretty. Clematis here, I think that's Niobe something. It hasn't really put on a lot of growth, but it's still green, so I guess that's what matters, is it's still alive. We'll see. You know, the first year they creep, the first year they sleep, second year they creep, and the third year they leap. So we'll see if they'll creep a little bit next year. Firelight Tidbit hydrangea, that's doing good. I've got a couple patches of hens and chicks, some milkweed in the middle. That was orange. This is another hydrangea. I want to say it's Let's Dance Can Do, but the tag is not there anymore, so I would have to look that up. All right, Junior Walker Catmint. And then I've got my big Limelight hydrangeas. They're still blooming, even though their blooms are hanging. I've tied it up a couple times. I am going to try to move these this fall, I think, and see if I can't get them into a better spot. Maybe they won't be so crowded, and maybe I'll be able to stake them up better next year and following years. All right, going across the front of the house, we've got this Vinca and Pink Impatiens. Another Empress Woo that I moved earlier this year. Moon Rock hydrangea. It's got some new growth, so I think that'll be okay. It's a little dry on the edges, but it'll be okay. Got a couple of Summer Crush hydrangeas. They kind of died back, but there's new growth coming. My Agastache. Lavender, I pulled off some blooms, but I can see a nice little pollinator is working his way in there, enjoying his treat. Got the yellow mum. Let's go over here. This is my hardy hibiscus. It gets those nice pink blooms. It had a few blooms on it earlier. I planted it probably a month ago or so, but it still looks healthy, still hanging on. Got my bird bath. It's got a little solar pump, but right now it's in the shade. Should be just a little bit. It gets the morning sun and the afternoon sun, so that should start firing up here soon. In front of that, I have the autumn fire sedums right there. They're supposed to be a little bit brighter than the autumn joy. Otherwise, they're about the same size, so they probably get 1.5 to 2 feet. The blue or purple there is an annual salvia. And I think I showed you not too long ago, the front here is the Rose Marvel salvia. Those are perennials. I've been kind of deadheading those and trying to promote their root growth, and sometimes they'll put on another little flush. But again, it's getting to the end of the season. Surrounding that is the Creeping Jenny, the nice chartreuse yellowy color there. Then we got my white impatiens. They actually are still doing their show really nicely. All right, we'll walk up towards the east side of the house here. This mum's got a lot of buds on it yet. I've been deadheading. A lot of them, have gone away, but I've been deadheading, hoping those other ones will pick up. An unknown white gila bush shrub. This is Little Lime Prime. I had that up in that circular garden, but I moved it back here and put Bobo up there instead. So it hasn't bloomed, but it still looks like it's alive. It's got some green foliage. And then I got this one here, which has been here for many years. This is the Endless Summer hydrangea. It bloomed once. A nice pink, which is fading now. But if you look at it, it's supposed to bloom from old wood. But I think this is new wood. There's 1, 2, 3 new blooms coming. So I don't know that we have enough time in the season, though, to get those to work. I think I'm going to try to burlap it this year. Usually I cut this one way back to the ground, and I'm not supposed to do that. It blooms on the old wood, so we will see what happens with that. Just coming back over here, another white gila. Got my big old clematis here, trying to climb up to the deck even. That does the purple flowers. Couple of stilbees. These are Maggie Daly. They get the pink blooms. And then I've got a, I gotta look at it. Dark Side of the Moon, that's right. Dark Side of the Moon, a stilbee. And that also will get pink blooms. I kind of like the contrast with that, but it does kind of blend in with the rock. All right, I'm just going to show you the last couple beds here. These are the ones going around the big maples in the front. Again, these are a lot of the hostas that I transplanted. Some white impatiens I had left over from the circle garden over there. Let's show you the mailbox garden. Still doing okay. The coleus and the sweet potato vine are doing really good. I did cut back the petunias a week or two ago. Some of them are not doing so good. Sorry about my shadow. I do really like this one. This one's the mailbox garden. Coleus and sweet potato vine are doing really good. Some of the royal petunias aren't doing so great. This little clump is doing good. I did cut it back a couple weeks ago. But again, it's getting to the end of the season. I'm not fertilizing anymore. I just figured I'll let them pass away peacefully. And then the last one is my other garden around the last maple tree here. All right. Again, most of that is from transplants of pieces of other hostas that I had up in the back. And this last one here is a yellow coreopsis. This came from my sister-in-law's yard, Joanne again, earlier this spring. So that one's doing really good. So we hope that that one holds on and makes it through the winter. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. We'll just do a quick view here. That's those two ring gardens. All right, that's it. See you guys next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.